In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw this magic phoenix illustration in Procreate. Before you start, make sure to download the color palette and all my free brushes. Link is in the description. And if you will enjoy this video and would like to draw more with me, check out my Patreon where I have more step-by-step tutorials like this and many Procreate brushes. Link is in the description. And with all that being said, grab your drawing tools and let's start. Let's make a new canvas, A4 canvas from Procreate. And first we're going to make the background black. So let's open the layers, go to the background color, and we can grab the black color just like that. Let's tap on done. Now on this first layer we are going to draw the silhouette of the phoenix. Let's take the color for this, take this orange one, and let's pick the brush. Let's go here to inking and take Studio Pen. My brush size will be 29. And to draw him easily, we are going to turn on the symmetry tool. So let's go to the actions menu, canvas, turn on drawing guide, and then edit drawing guide. At the bottom here, let's pick symmetry, and in the options, make sure that vertical is selected. Now here on top, we can change the color of the line, so we can see it. Let's make it white, and tap on done. We can draw the phoenix starting with his body. We'll actually start here a little bit from his neck. So let's draw more or less a shape like this. And now here we can start drawing the feathers on his tail. Let's start with the one that will be in the middle. Let's make it long, like that. And now around it we can draw smaller ones going like this. And now let's draw the wings. Let's start here with the feather that will be the longest. Draw something like this. Now we can draw the one that will be on top of this. We'll give it more shape. Let's do something like this. And now let's draw a few feathers going down from this one. Let's make them shorter. And now let's see how this will look. I think I want to make them a little bit bigger. So I'll just make them longer here and thicker. Okay, I like this shape better now. So once you're happy with this, we can move on and draw his head. For this, we are not going to use the symmetry tool. We have to turn it off. So let's open the layers, tap here, and turn off drawing assist. Let's extend his neck like this to draw the head. Now here we can draw a beak going like that. And we can add him one feather going up here from his head like this. And then let's draw his smaller ones going down. I think we are ready to color this, and then we can still fix this shape. So first we can turn on the symmetry tool again. So let's open the layers, tap here, and turn on drawing assist. Now we can drag and drop the color in here, hold your pencil on the screen and you can swipe it to the right or left to adjust the color drop threshold. Now let's take continue filling and just drop it to the empty spaces like this. Okay, and now to color those parts we have to turn off the drawing assist. So first tap here, and now open the layers, tap here, turn off drawing assist, and drag and drop the color in here. Take continue filling and color those other parts. Tap here to finish. Now we are going to go all over this shape and see if we have to still color something manually. Like I see this didn't get filled so nicely, so I'm just going to go over here. Same here. This is all good. And now we can look at our shape and see if we are happy with it. So I would like to still fix here this shape, this feathers here, and maybe a little bit shape of his head. So I will start with the head. I'm going to make the brush size smaller, 2%, and I will fix those feathers here. I'll make them more pointy. Maybe I'll make the brush size bigger, 3%. I will add here a feather like this. Okay. And I will still make his head maybe more going like that. And now let's take the eraser, let's tap on it again and set it to the same brush. So let's go to inking and take Studio Pen. Let's make the brush size 30 and I'm going to fix the shape of his head. Okay, and I will erase his eye. For this I'll make the brush size smaller, 8%. And we can just erase a shape like this, somewhere over here. Okay, now we have to turn on the symmetry tool again. So let's open the layers and turn on drawing assist, and we can fix those shapes. So here I'll just work a little bit on the shape of the feathers. I'll make the brush size bigger again, maybe 13. I'll make them more pointy. And here I'll separate the feathers. I'm going to also make a separation here like this. Okay, and now let's work here on the tail. So I'm going to also make those feathers more pointy. And I will add the separation here like this. Now I'll take the brush again and just extend the middle one here. And fix this shape with the eraser. Okay, so when you are happy with your design, we can duplicate this layer. So swipe on it to the left and pick duplicate. And we are going to hide this one and keep it as the original one, just in case later we want to change something and come back to it. So now we are going to make this one smaller. Let's take the arrow tool. Here at the bottom, let's have uniform option selected and snapping turned on. Let's make him smaller like this and move him up. We are making here the space for the colorful waves underneath him. Okay. Let's make him a little bit bigger than half of the canvas. Make sure he will be on a symmetry line, and when you finish, tap here. And let's start adding the colors. We are going to do it on a new layer, but within that shape. We are going to use here the selection. Let's tap on this layer and pick select. At the bottom, make sure the color fill is not turned on. Now we are going to hide this layer. And we can make a new layer where we are going to color this. Let's pick the brush for this. Let's go to materials and take noise brush. With the brush size 50, we can start coloring this, but we also want to make sure that this will be symmetrical. So let's open the layers again, and we have to turn on this layer the drawing assist. So tap here and turn on drawing assist. Now we can draw here with the symmetry. Let's add this color to the middle of him, like that. And focus on the edges, don't go in the middle of the shape. Let's make the brush size smaller now, 24%. And let's color stronger the edges of it, like that. I will take this color down also a little bit, like that. Okay, and now let's change the color. Let's take this one, next one in line. I'm going to add it over here. And then on top of him, on his neck. A little bit on this top feather. Now we can make the brush size even smaller because we'll be drawing on smaller elements. Let's make it 10%. And I'm going to still color here the wing, like that. I'll color also on the other side of it. And now let's take a small break, and I would like to ask you to write a comment with the word magic. It would mean a lot to me, I would know that you enjoyed this video, and I would know who is watching me. So thank you for doing that. And now let's go back to drawing. Now we can color a little bit of the next feather. I'll color this one more, like that. Okay, and now let's change the color. Take this pink one, and we can add it here to this one. Let's continue with this color here, and then take it all the way here. Let's do the same now to the rest of the feathers here. And now I'll make the brush size bigger, 22%, and just add it over here to blend those colors together. Do it very, very lightly. Okay, and now you can take the last color, this yellow one. Let's draw with this on his tail. I'll make the brush size smaller again, 10%. And I will also use the yellow color for his head. So let's turn off the drawing assist on this layer and add it over here. So just all around this shape. I'll make the brush size bigger now, 24%, and still add it here like that, so there's more color on his head. Now we are going to turn off the selection. Let's tap here. Now we are going to add here a little bit of glow. Let's duplicate this layer. Take the one underneath, and we are going to blur this. So let's go to the adjustments, take Gaussian blur, and swipe your pencil on the screen to the blur size, and we can make it maybe here 17%. Let's tap here to finish. And to make this a little bit more visible, stronger, we can just duplicate this layer. So swipe it to the left and pick duplicate. Now we can take the layer underneath and we'll change the blending mode of this. Let's tap here and let's pick add. Now we can add some more glow to him by creating a new layer on top of everything. We are going to set this layer as clipping mask. So this means that whatever we'll draw here will be visible only within the shape that's on the layer underneath it. Let's change here blending mode to add. And let's change the color. Let's take this one. Now we can change the brush. Let's go to airbrushing and soft brush. And with the brush size 5%, we are going to add here a little bit of glow on top of his head, like that. And then we'll add it here to the ends of his tail. So for this, let's turn on the drawing assist on this layer, tap here and turn on drawing assist. And now let's add it here like that, just to the ends of those feathers. And now we can change the color. Let's take this pink one and we'll add it here to the wings. Okay, this will be enough. I think I just want to turn down the opacity of this blurred layer, this one. So I'll tap here and maybe I will make this 84. The phoenix is ready, now we can start adding here some more glow underneath him. We are not going to use the symmetry tool anymore, so we can just turn it off. Let's go to the actions menu, canvas and turn off drawing guide. Let's make a new layer now and put it right here under all those colored layers. And here to draw those glowy shapes underneath him, we can use the selection tool. Let's pick here freehand and make sure the color fill is not turned on. And we can just draw a shape like that. Just try to make it not so shaky. Now let's take it here and we can close this shape. We are just going to color here one side of this. Let's pick the color. Let's take this purple one and let's take the brush. It is set to soft brush. Let's make the bar size here 16 and turn down the opacity of the brush. Let's make it 65. We are going to add this here on this side very lightly, and then on the edge of this shape we can add it more to create a nice gradient here. Now let's make the bar size smaller, 6%, and add it more here on the edge, so there will be more color here on the edge. Okay, now we can make the bar size bigger again, 16, and make sure there is a nice transition here. Let's tap here to finish, and we'll do the same now on a new layer. Let's make a new layer. Let's take the selection tool again and make a new selection. I'll make a shape like this and I will change the color. Now I will take this one. I'll take the brush and I will add it over here in the same way. I'll make the size smaller now, 6%, and add it more on the edge. Let's tap here to finish and make a new layer and do it again. Let's take the selection tool. And now I will color the right side. I'll change the color now. I'll take this pink one. I'll take the brush. I'll make it bigger. 15. And I will draw over here. And now I'll make brush smaller. 6, and add it more on the edge. Okay, let's tap here to finish. And let's do new layer to add different color. Now let's take this blue one here. Take the selection again. And now let's select a different shape. Take the brush, make it bigger, 16, and add it to the one side. Now let's make the brush size smaller, 6%, and add it to the edge. Okay, let's tap here to finish. And I will add still one more shape on the left side and then one on the right side. So I'll make a new layer, change the color again now to pink. I'll take the selection and I will make a selection like that. Close it, take the brush, make it bigger, add it to the side. And now make it smaller, 6%, and add it here on the edge. Okay, let's finish this and make a new layer. Now I will take this light blue color, take the selection, and do a selection over here. Maybe something like this. I'll take the brush now, make the size bigger, and add it to the right side. I'll make it smaller and add it to the edge. Okay, let's tap here to finish. And now we are going to fix those shapes a little bit. We can start with blurring them just a tiny bit. So let's go to the adjustments, take Gaussian blur, and let's add here blur size 2%. Let's tap here to finish. And now after blurring this, we can take the eraser, let's tap on it again, and set it also to the soft brush from airbrushing. Let's make the brush size 18% and brush opacity 65%. And we are going to erase here behind the tail. So there is a nice start for those waves. Okay, let's change the layer now. Take this one and do the same. First the Gaussian blur, 2%, and now the eraser. Erase it here on top. And if you think maybe you added too much color here in the middle, you can also now just erase this very lightly here. Okay, let's move on to the next layer. This one. Add the Gaussian blur 2% and take the eraser. Let's erase it here on top, and maybe I will erase it also just a little bit here. Okay, next one, this one. Let's add Gaussian blur 2%. Okay, and take the eraser and erase this. Next one, now this one. Let's add Gaussian blur 2%. And take the eraser and erase the top of it. I will also erase along this line, so it's more subtle. Okay, and now the last layer, this one. Let's add Gaussian blur 2%. And take the eraser and erase here the top. And I will also erase here along that line. Okay. And I still want to erase here maybe just a little bit this and this blue one. So I'll go here and erase this blue one here a little bit. And now this layer. And I think I also want to go to this one and erase it a little bit here. Now if you are happy with this, we can group all those layers. So swipe on them to the right and pick group. And we are going to flatten this group. So you can tap here and pick flatten, but I like to keep my original layers, so I'm just going to duplicate this first, and then I will hide this group and flatten this one. I still want to erase here the top, so this will be a really nice transition here between the bird and those waves. I want to make sure that this is really nice here. Now in the end we can still add here some stars. Let's make a new layer for this, on top of everything. Let's pick the color. We can take this one. And let's pick the brush. Let's go here to my free brushes, Siakulaart Special, and let's take Stars 2. Let's make the brush size 12%. And just add them like this. Now we can make the brush size bigger, 21%, and add some more bigger ones. Okay, and we are going to make this shine more by changing the blending mode of this layer. So tap here and pick Add. We can make a new layer now, and we'll add here few stars in the color. Let's pick the color. I will take this pink one, and let's add the stars. We are also going to change the blending mode of this layer to Add. And to this one we are going to add Bloom to make it more shiny. So let's go to the adjustments and take Bloom. Swipe your pencil on the screen to the bloom size. And then let's change the settings at the bottom. And my settings are like this: Bloom 80, Transition 25, Size 26 and Burn 74. Let's tap here to finish. And now in the end we can still add one more layer. We are also going to set it to Add. We'll change the color again to this light yellow one. And we'll add here some extra stars. For this, let's change the brush. Let's go here to Luminance and take Light Pen. Let's make the brush size 15. And now we can just draw few extra dots in few places. And then we can draw some stars, just like that. And now I think maybe I have a little bit too many stars here. I'll just go back to this layer here. I'll take the eraser and I will erase few of them. I'll make the opacity of the brush 100%, the brush size 4%, and I'll just erase few of them. You can also erase them from the phoenix if you don't want to have the stars on top of him. Okay, and now I will do the same to the pink stars. So I'll go to the other layer and I will just erase few of them that I don't like. Okay, I think this is better now. And now in the end we can still add an eye to him. I will do it on the same layer that I added those extra stars. We can also use the brush, the luminance brush, the light pen. And I'm just going to draw here a line like this. So I'll just draw almost all around his eye. Okay, and now this illustration is finished. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you can share drawing with me on my Instagram. And if you would like to draw more of me, make sure to check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!